Hello to all my people. If you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched Spots and Share Shots. I am still your host, a chef by trade and a mark by choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight is none other than TikTok extraordinaire SOTO619. Soto, thanks for coming on, brother. How are you?
Oh man, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited for this. You and I were live, and we've been live together the last couple weeks. I've been doing it's Tim's fault, and I'm just gonna make it perfectly clear. Like I really wasn't a TikTok live person. What's up, Reek? Thanks for stopping by, bud. Scals is here. Tommy's here. Al's here. You have to be though. So I've been going live with Tim. I hadn't really been a whole lot of TikTok lives. It really wasn't my cup of tea. And now Tim goes live every night and he does these just dope ass debates. And it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm glad you're here, having a chance to talk shop with us on the big show on Sundays.
Absolutely, man, I'm excited.
Dude, I'm glad you're here. Also on the screen, repping the Jacksonville 316 shirt. We've got lots to talk to this man about. He's the co-host of Botched Spots, Share Shots, and Nerdy News at 420. He is the co-host of NXT on Tap and the host of Boyfriend Time and the Wolfpack Podcast. It's everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jaxbo. Jax, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Mr. Will.
Dude, you've had a hell of a couple weeks.
Wrestling wise, just this year. And it's not over yet.
Not even by a little bit.
No.
Not even. We'll get to some of that because I'm going to ask you a question later in the show about it, and we're going to kind of tie everybody in.
Okay.
Jess says, "Hey, Bubba. Hey, Allison. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here, Daddy Jess." And but it wouldn't be Botched Spots and Share Shots without her perched upon the Iron Throne in the Boss Bitches corner. She is the Beyonce to my Hova, the Bonnie to my Clyde. She is the brains behind Rivet City Radio. It's the Boss Bitch, Al. Al, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm super tired. We did an indie show yesterday, so that's a lot of work.
Dude, yesterday was a ton of work. The show itself was, including the Hall of Fame, over 6 hours.
Wow.
From beginning to end. It was a
WWE show.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot. We did a full hour Hall of Fame plus 2 intermissions with stuff, plus a full whole ass wrestling show with a banger of a ladder match for the main event. It was nuts, dude. It was one of the coolest. I've been covering independent wrestling for 3 years. We've been producing it and doing camera work for a year now. And Al, I think you would probably agree. Last night was the coolest indie show we've been a part of.
For sure.
Like, it was fucking nuts. I can't wait to get the footage edited up so everybody can see it, just so I can show it off and be like, look what my friends did. Look how cool my friends are. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right. Before we get to business, I have to appease the algorithmic gods. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us on youtube.com/Rivet City Radio, remember it's free to like, follow, subscribe, and to do all those things. If you're watching us on twitch.tv/Rivet City Radio, it is free to subscribe and comment, but those subscriptions cost you a little bit. Those of us watching on X, we appreciate you hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure. And those listening to the audio replay on Apple and Spotify, we are currently ranked in the top 200. We saw a little bit of slip last week, but we're still in there. So remember to like and comment, leave a 5-star review. But we're here. It's business time. It's time to get to it. Soto, you're the guest. You don't have to go first, but somebody has to talk here because I will call names. What has you pissed off for greatness this week in the world of pro wrestling? What has you the most worked up? Good, bad, indifferent. It could be outside of wrestling, inside of wrestling, gear, a match, a finish, anything. I don't give a shit. Why are you guys pissed off for greatness?
Besides the whole Tiffany stuff, the whole drama that's been going down this week, I think, man, I feel really indifferent with wrestling, to be honest. I don't really ever have a bad week where I'm like, man, this sucked. I just love professional wrestling, man. I'm in it for the story long term. At this very moment, at the tippy top of my brain, I've been thinking for a while. I can't think of anything that has me pissed off at this moment in time. if anybody else does.
That's an amazing
it's off
answer.
too. Thanks.
We
man.
have a buddy named Kyle, and every time he ever comes on the show, he says, and he does it to kind of poke at me because he's always like, I don't get pissed off, Will. I have no reason to be mad. I have a healthy wife and beautiful kids and a great life. And I'm like, fuck you. You're missing the point, Kyle. But yeah, I'm glad, man. That's a good piece of that's a good feeling in the IWC because we see so much negativity and toxicity and stuff, especially across all the social medias between Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube and all of it. Like you see a lot of that toxicity. So to hear somebody from the IWC come forward and go, you know what? I'm just genuinely enjoying the shit out of wrestling. 1,000% here for that.
Absolutely, man. There's nothing that I can really complain, right? I'm just sitting on my couch watching it and just enjoying it. I'm not the one performing.
No, that's fair. My pissed off for greatness is sort of wrestling related, but not fully. It's sort of a if you know, you know situation. But I'm going to say this is a public service announcement to anybody listening. Tennessee is full.
I'm done. I'm done. No.
Now as we close another episode of Botched Spots and Share Shots.
Please don't move here. Unless, I like you. Please don't.
Super Beard.
Super Beard. Get out of my state. Thanks.
Hi, Timmy. You're back. AJ's here. He says his pissed off for greatness is that I can say May 19th and not be worried about Kane. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That one, I kept seeing a bunch of those clips come up.
Yeah. It's got to be Kane, right? Wasn't that this time?
It
what?
It was See No Evil.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. God. Well, when did we just watch See No Evil with Timmy? Not with Timmy, with Matt. Nice shirt, Bo. He was there with you. Al went. Bo, it's your turn.
My pissed off for greatness is it's kind of a thing, man, but I've gone to a couple wrestling shows this month, in the past month, but a WWE show going to SmackDown this week, and the spectacle of everything they do, and get to take my nephew for the first time. That's my I love like they entertained a kid that's never watched it before. It was great.
I want to talk about that when we get into the news and rumors and anything goes portion of it, because I'm curious for everybody's take now, because you've got the recency bias of seeing all the companies live. Al has unfortunately been taken to every company under the sun in the last 3 years, whether she wanted to be there or not. And I know Soto's content, so I know he watches a ton of wrestling. So I'm curious when we get to that section of the episode about everybody's opinions on live wrestling. My pissed off for greatness this week has absolutely nothing to do with wrestling. And I enjoy the fact I'm with Soto right now. I'm eating well as both a wrestling writer, as a wrestling content creator, and as a wrestling fan. There is nothing but banger wrestling happening right now. So I don't think there's any reason to genuinely be pissed off. But what has me pissed off for greatness is the new season of Fortnite that starts in about a week. And that is they're adding Fallout to Fortnite. You're going to get power armor. They're going to have Nick Valentine is going to be a skin. They're adding stuff from the Fortnite universe from the Fallout universe into Fortnite. And I can't wait for that. I'm exponentially excited for Fallout Fortnite. It's a big word for Elmo.
I'm not a big video game guy. I mostly just play the wrestling video games. That's kind of what I stick to. But I did watch the Fallout TV show, and I really enjoyed it. And for not playing the games, I really enjoyed it.
We obviously we don't hide it. With the bottle caps and Rivet City Radio, we take a lot of influence for our aesthetic from Fallout. Both in real life and outside. I love antiquing and stuff like that. That whole vintage aesthetic, absolutely love it. The Fallout show It's not a Dr. Pepper, Timmy. I know. I'm drinking a Coke. I finished my Dr. Pepper before we went live, and I had a Coke from earlier, and I decided to break brand live on air.
Wow.
Well, I couldn't drink. You want to tell him what happened?
So he couldn't drink it earlier.
Why?
Because I threw it. Because a cicada landed on me when we were getting in the car from the grocery store, and his book was in my hand.
And she just like throws everything and just screams. And I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And she was like, "It was a cicada." And I was like, "Okay."
It was on me and it chirped and it scared me.
It made a sound and it was right there. That's it. Now this one. I kind of sprung this one on you. Not that I sprung everything on you, really. I dropped the ball. I didn't even, because I said there's really no notes because it's a really easy episode. Then I forgot Pissed Off for Greatness and Match of the Week because, I was a bad host. It is what it is. I'll take this one. But Match of the Week, Bo, I'm going to let you tee off so Soto has a second to think. Then Al, then Soto, then me.
Okay. I have a Match of the Week. And I'm going to give it to him because, one, I don't know what's going on with this Tiffany Stratton stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what she's
Dragunov and Jey Uso's a great pick, Timmy. Go ahead, Bo. I'm sorry.
But Tiffany and Bianca had a hell of a match on SmackDown Friday night.
Yes, they did.
Like, hey, fuck it. And seeing it, and I got to be biased because I saw it in person. Dude, that's my match of the week, Tiffany and Bianca.
I know there's a lot.
The leg the whole match. Tiffany worked the leg the whole match. It made Tiffany look strong. Bianca looked strong. It was perfectly produced. The right person won. Yeah, you can.
I think Bianca deserved it. AJ comes in, match of the week, Carmelo Hayes versus Randy Orton. Also a fantastic match. Scout says wrong. I think that there's a few things with that whole Tiffany thing. I think Tiffany probably had the flip script on her because of that social media stuff. I think they probably wanted to cool her jets a little bit because they didn't want to just shove her down our throats. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for stopping by. So I think Bianca needed the win anyways, and I think the way they switched that up with Nia getting the DQ win over Jade and playing into the daughter and all of that, I think they did a good job of making it make sense, even if it wasn't their initial plan.
I think it was the initial plan, if we're being fair. Like, they're not going to really change shit because of stuff like that. Like, if they didn't change it for like other things, like they're not going to change their whole show for that. I think she was always going to lose. I think, when they announced the Queen of the Ring tournament, I mean, we talked about this. We said it's going to be Nia. Like, she's going to win. They're pushing her really hard right now, which is great. She deserves the push. Nia's going to win Queen of the Ring. A match between Nia beating Bianca is a better push for Nia than Nia beating Tiffany.
Nia didn't beat Tiffany.
No, I'm saying, like, if it had been Nia and Tiffany in the finals.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I misunderstood.
I understood what you meant. I have to agree with that Tiffany match for sure. That was definitely my top. The Randy Orton one was my second. I like the comedic relief from it. Randy Orton, I feel like, it always gives me a laugh, especially when he was throwing Carmelo on that table, not 3 times but 4 times. I love that. We're seeing the strong side of the Viper coming out again, especially after his promo at the very end. That promo was great. It just it shows the fierce Viper in him.
For sure. Al, do you got a match of the week for us?
I do have a match of the week, and it's not from any of the big promotions.
God damn it, you're going to take mine.
I sure am. But the best match that I saw this week in pro wrestling was the Casanova Colton Cage versus the Loverboy Lex Lee last night in a banging fucking ladder match. Banging.
It was mine. It was my match of the week as well. And I'm making a video when I get off air. I have the hard cam footage downloaded. I have the roaming cam footage. I've got all the backstage stuff. I'm going to make just the perfect hype video for this match. I don't want to give too much away. Bo, you were part of my planning. Scows was too. I took the idea of following them through Gorilla for the shot. I was able to get all of that done and stuff. God, it's going to look fucking perfect, dude. It's going to be the coolest when I'm done with it. I can't wait for that to happen. But that was also my match of the week. Not because of the fact that I know both men super well. They're both good friends. But because of the fact that they went out there and they said, okay, this is what we have. We've got 30 minutes. Let's go out there and have fun and just show these people what it means to do a real good pro wrestling match. And these guys went out there, and you would have thought that, what would you say, probably 500 people? Like, it was packed.
Yeah.
Like, all of them, they made that sound like 5,000 people. Like, that's how loud it was by the end of the match. It was perfectly done from beginning to end. Like, and again, recency bias. We were just there. We were a part of it. We got to see it live. But like, whew, it was a good one. It was real good. So, well, Pissed Off Your Greatness, match of the week. That leads us here. Al, are you ready?
Yes. I'm going to do my thing first, and then the video will be blast.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, Ronda didn't say anything stupid this week, unfortunately.
Okay.
What Ryback did?
Ryback always does. He never lets us down.
Never. So let me. So, he is trying to climb the charts. Let's get this into the top 10 list on the podcast platform. We have one of the most listened to / watched weekly wrestling podcasts going. The audio always comes out after the live, blah, blah, blah. Number 61 currently. Let's go. Check out a true troll who falls in line when confronted with an energy they know they can't dispute. Homie came on and got every question answered and then dipped out to run his mouth to try to save face. If you don't know, Ryback does a live call-in show on the tweeters where he doesn't do a good job of screening his callers.
Who's the Ryback show joined by Kiki? Who is that? Can you click on
it's a screenshot.
Oh, fudge.
So for funsies, so here's Ryback at number 55. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst. We've been higher.
Why'd you gotta throw it in there like that? Be a little modest.
No. But
just no.
We have Perch on the Top Rope, our buddies over there. All the shout outs at number 8, well above Ryback. So shout out to Lee for picking Ryback.
Trying to look and see if we knew anybody else on that list.
No. And then just as a cringe moment, will you play?
This is stupid.
This is stupid. I don't know why this exists for that.
This is on you.
This is stupid. What is it?
This is the TikTok on his account.
He's just eating fucking chips?
Just eating potato chips. Nope. Fuck you. No free shout outs.
What was about to happen, Bill?
It goes into his his he's like the biggest nutrition stuff on the internet.
Chips or nutrition? Fuck
No.
yeah.
I'm so healthy.
He has a whole series now where he eats things and reviews it. That's a thing now. He's a food critic.
He's a food critic. What you reviewing?
He ate an obscene Burger King order. He's eating a bunch of pizza. Yeah.
Oh, he's just being a fat ass.
What was the dude's name? Wow, fuck. The avocado guy. The guy who went from weighing like 175
Nick
pounds.
Avocado.
Yeah, Nick Avocado. Then he got up to like 450 pounds while he was making YouTube
Yeah.
videos where he reviewed food over the years.
Rolls around.
Oh,
And he
damn.
gained like, yeah.
He's a muff banger. He just eats.
Yeah, it's all he does. He does like eating challenges and reviews food and shit.
Reek, I love you.
Whoever gave Ryback a platform to do that shit doesn't deserve happiness.
That would be the Chinese people that invented the tiki-taki.
I'm just going to be honest. I keep saying it every week, and I will stand by this. As long as Ryback and Ronda is our most popular segment on YouTube, I won't kick it off the show. And it is historically our most viewed and shit talked segment. Our YouTube comments, anytime I reference it on TikTok, everybody, people have sent me messages on Spotify. Do you even know how to send a DM on Spotify? No.
No.
People have
No way.
DM'd me on Spotify to tell me that they think Ryback is crazy. Like, as long as it's the most popular part of the show, I'll keep it. But for some reason, you motherfuckers keep listening. And we love you for it. You're our motherfuckers, lovingly. News and rumors from here on out, Al. It's your show. You've got to kill at least 35 minutes.
I do want to start out by saying, sending condolences to Stone Cold. One of his cats passed away, and it was really sad.
All right, kitty cat.
He did get a new cute little kitten named Macho, so he is Poncho and Macho.
Poncho and Macho.
So
Same with Natty.
And Natty's fur baby died.
Two paws. I don't know why I know that. God, I hate my life.
Got 2 paws.
Tots and pears to all the kitties.
Yeah.
But first, according to Fightful, Chris Jericho had been told to please retire, and there have been tons of go home chants. Supposedly all part of his new gimmick. He wasn't expecting that level of heat. Do we think he actually believes that? He wasn't
expecting that. Like, to the way the article read from Fightful, and I apologize for my shitty copy and pasting. The way it was worded was with the go home chants and the please retire chants. Jericho was saying, I expected this kind of heat. I knew the IWC and the fans were going to hate it. That's why I wanted to do it. Do you guys actually believe that he made these decisions because he thought he would get that level of like nuclear heat? Or do you think he's just like, oh, fuck, they hate it. Let's lean into it like it was supposed to be? Like, what do you guys think
Definitely leaning
about
into it. For sure, leaning into it. Absolutely. He's taking too much of the shine, and it's time to bring up some of the younger talent. You know, it's just it's a Jericho thing, unfortunately.
Jack.
He's Kevin Nash.
Oh, has he hit that level of like dieseldom?
He is what he has become. What he hated WCW for. There being that ceiling of top guys that you just can't break through. Jericho's now that. Jericho's like that old guy that just won't retire. Listen here, you Hogan, Kevin Nash knockoff wannabe. Dude, I like Jericho's old stuff. I think this run in his AEW run, I haven't really got behind any of the gimmicks.
Chris Jericho is like that creepy old guy that still comes to all the college parties because he just like won't let it go. He's like the old frat guy.
I use this analogy with Jeff Hardy, and I think it's very applicable to our buddy here, Jericho. No matter how much amazing shit you did in your career, okay, that could be mile high Mount Everest. Eventually, the bullshit you're doing now will start to equal that.
Absolutely.
And I think Jericho is running dangerously close and flying too close to the sun, where his level of bullshit is going to start equaling and surpassing the amount of really great things he did for the business. And Jericho needs to slow his roll, pick up a clipboard and a pencil, and go be a producer. I 1000% support that.
Or just go away.
Or just go away, retire, go home, ride off into the distance. The only difference between Jericho and Terry now is a shitty rock band.
I mean,
His
Terry's
cover band.
daughter had a shitty rock band.
A shitty rock band. Okay, there's 4 of us on screen. Has anybody ever listened to any other Fozzy besides the Chris Jericho entrance themes?
No.
I have.
I mean, I've listened to a couple of their shit. Like,
Listen, I may or may not have every Fozzy album on my Apple Music.
Why would you announce that on air? We just lost followers because of you.
God,
Listen,
Will.
they're not They're not that good. There are a few songs that are pretty good.
A few songs that are pretty good. You think so?
I'm down that there's some good stuff. I just don't like it.
Nicole's laughing at you. Scowls is canceling his.
No, you're not, Scout.
The early Jericho is good. The early Fozzy, is that a thing? Have they been around long enough to say early Fozzy versus now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've been
I
around
think. Don't you tell me what I can and can't do.
around my mom.
Some trademark news. WWE has filed trademarks for a new show, WWE Vault. I'm assuming that this is probably some sort of documentary show about like all the shit that they've been collecting during the Lost Treasures show.
It would be awesome.
That's my speculation, but maybe they're going to do a match in a bank vault. Who the fuck knows? It's going to be like an escape room match.
An escape room match actually isn't a bad idea, Al. I think that's actually really smart. Does somebody have a TV on in the background with the show playing?
I had it once. Let me turn it down.
Okay. I just started to hear an echo. I just wanted to make sure.
My bad.
Scout says, no, it's fine. I wanted to make sure it wasn't anything on my side. Scout says that would be awesome.
It would be cool. Come on.
If I were a bet man, I would probably say it has something to do with either all the documentary footage or the treasure stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to start putting it all together and hopefully do some kind of a visual, at the least give us like a visual Hall of Fame so we can see all of this memorabilia somewhere.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bo?
I think that's the plan. It's just where do you put it?
Tampa? Orlando?
Yeah, but their warehouses in
Stanford.
Stanford.
But nobody wants to go to Connecticut. Have you ever been to Connecticut? Has anybody on the panel been to Connecticut?
Not that I can think of.
I've been to Massachusetts, but I've never been to
Or do you just put it to where it travels, like different exhibits do all the time?
Ooh, so you could rent out like the Fisk Museum here in Nashville does that, where they'll rent out the space and do like entire exhibits dedicated to an artist. So you're saying do that then, like rent out huge spaces and just bring all the gear, like
cons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No,
What'd you give me that weird look for, Al?
Like they'll come to the fairground and they just
Frisk, not Fisk. I realized I missed.
No, it's fine, but like the thought of like WWE like putting their shit in like an art museum, like the fact that you use that as the example is funny. Like,
it's fucking art. What do you want me to say?
I think that's what they should do. I think they should have a permanent location, to be honest.
yeah, I agree.
That way people could actually go visit. I mean, don't they kind of have one in Saudi right now?
Yes.
They've got the WWE World or whatever it's called up over there. That's why we got gypped at the Royal Rumble.
You do not get me started.
Bo, how you feel about that? Knowing what you had the year before and then what happened in Tampa. You mad? You mad about it, Bo?
I went to the Rumble in San Antonio. They had fucking Macho Man's helmet from the monster truck. They had Dusty's gear. They had Kurt's gear, Edge. They had all this shit. I go to the Rumble in Tampa, and I'm telling everyone, man, about last year's Superstore. They had 3 items. 3 collectible, like 3 historical items by the register is all they had. I was pissed.
That's lame. What'd they have?
A Bret Hart jacket, I think.
Yeah, they had a Hart jacket.
Big John Studd's star pants, the white and the white pants with the red star in his boots from Royal Rumble 2 when he won the Rumble that year. Bret Hart's gear from the year he won, and then Ultimate Warrior's gear for some reason, but Warrior never won a Rumble, so it didn't really make sense. At least I don't think you can correct me on that, but I'm 100% positive he didn't win a Rumble.
It's not supposed to make sense.
It doesn't. They just put Ultimate Warrior shit out there because, WWE. What's next on your list there, Al?
WWE has made the experiment of starting premium live events at 7 p.m. Eastern, according to WWE Insider. The site also says that the move to Sunday, UFC boss Dana White recently spoke out, might not necessarily be for all WWE shows. It could just be for the occasional TKO weekends where they run Power Slap, UFC, and WWE in the same city. Please don't put pay-per-views back on Sundays because I like them on Saturdays.
Bo, you go to a Power Slap show with me?
Fuck yes! I'm sorry. I know it's dumb. I know it's not safe. I know they're stupid. But I love watching idiots.
Yeah, watching dumb people do dumb people shit is one of my favorite things.
These guys stand there and go, "Hey man, I want you to slap me so hard that you give me like a severe brain concussion.
You give me CTE and then I'll give it to you back. Deal? Okay, good. Let's go." What the fuck is this?
Can I buy passes to go to all 3? Like, can I go to a slap, a UFC, and then a premium live? Like, I could do something like that.
And do you get a discount if your name's Kyle? I'm sorry, Soto, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, it's all good. That would be cool. I feel like having it in Vegas for WrestleMania weekend, that would be a crazy weekend.
That would be super dope. A question for the class: what does everyone think of the best thing on Twitter right now?
Picture my butthole.
I don't know what's happening on Twitter right now. Scows.
The best thing on Twitter, I don't know.
Yeah, what's going on? None of us. I haven't really been on Twitter until I sent the tweet out for the show tonight, so I'm not real sure what's happening.
I saw. Okay, I don't want to get canceled for this, but I saw scrolling TikTok one day. It's one of those slap.
Yeah.
Competition. With micro slappers.
Yeah, okay. That was a good way to say it. Why am I You're the HR director. What the fuck?
Jax.
This is the perfect segue.
What's up?
Because it's SmackDown. Happening at the bar next door. The Jacksonville Downtown Tavern was micro wrestling.
Was the micro brawlers?
It was the guys. It was Little Show and Psycho and them.
Little Pinky and
yeah.
Oh, that's cool as shit, dude. They started in Pigeon Forge, and they would come into the watering hole that all the local restaurant workers would go to, because they would do industry nights a few nights a week out there, and they were the only ones that were open past 2. So when we would all get off work from our restaurants, we would go to this place. And what's up, Bridget? And we would hang out. And when they would run shows, they would always come in after their shows. And they would get wrecked, dude. They would go out on the patio and just get turned the fuck up. They would smoke blunts and shit just publicly out in the open. And keep in mind, this is 3-4 years ago before, everybody stopped giving a shit in Tennessee. So love the micro brawlers. Cool as shit.
Bridget, you missed out on teeth today.
Go ahead, sorry.
But what Scals was talking about, Dijak rationing,
ratioing
Santee. I think it's pretty fucking funny. The fact that like stupid ass Santee like is paying for these cameos, like, bro.
I told Scals, I was like, good on him because he's donating the money. Like everything that's going into this whole thing is all getting donated. So I'm like, good on him for doing it for a good cause and getting roasted for fun and like all of that. Like, I think it's genius. I'm here for it. Like, I think it's cool to do it for a good cause.
Make some real content, loser. Anyway.
Damn.
Huh?
He's paying Dijak to roast him?
Well, he paid for a couple cameos for it and shit.
And Dijak is donating the money he makes on Cameo to charity.
Gotcha.
Their money, I guess.
Yeah. None of my business. I don't give a shit.
Bridget, we can we'll send you the clip so you can.
You want to send the clip of him eating chips to Bridget?
Yeah, send her. The Wrestling Observer newsletter points out that there are clues in the WWE's most recent QR code that hints Uncle Howdy and his group will debut at King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia on May 25th. Duh.
I thought Saudi or SummerSlam made sense.
To me,
Agreed.
if I can add, to me, it doesn't make sense for Saudi just because the pop, I feel like, won't be the same as if it were, even if it were held at Backlash where everybody thought it was going to be held. I feel like Backlash would have just had that pop. You know, we all enjoyed that crowd, and I feel like that was the crowd to give Uncle Howdy. I don't think we're going to get that reaction out of Saudi. That's just my opinion.
It's a bot show. A lot of these fans are going for the experience, not necessarily the stories. So I think it'll be loud, but I definitely don't think it's going to be that same electrifying, oh shit, like euphoric experience you would get like Extreme Rules was when Bray came back. Like there was so much rewatch value to that debut and him coming back. That was nuts. And I think that may be what they're going for with this, is that huge, larger than life, like spectacle of an event. Which I'll be cool with. I don't think Saudi's the move for something like this, though. I do agree with that. What's up, Bo?
Do you think they're somewhat botching these debuts right now? You debuted Tangaloa in France, of all places. Like in the States, I think it would have been a bigger pop. Maybe that's SmackDown. Giving debuts outside of your homegrown hardcore fan base, it's a risky fucking move.
Do you think it was double risky to debut a New Japan star in France for a WWE show? Even more, one step up, because the WWE fans, some of them may not have known who Tonga Loa was. Some of them may not have known who Tama Tonga was, because some American fans just don't watch New Japan, and that's okay. But do you guys think that like it was doubly rough because they did it in France? Like, because some of those French fans may be 2 or 3 degrees of separation. Some of them may genuinely not even know New Japan exists. You know what I mean? Like,
I just don't think he got the reaction I was hoping he would have got.
Honestly,
I agree with that.
When I saw it, I immediately thought it was going to be Jacob showing up. I had no clue that it was going to be Tonga Loa showing up. He wasn't even on my bingo card, to be honest.
Yeah, he wasn't on my list either. AJ says, look at Kairi Sane last year at Crown Jewel, a perfect example. It was a very lackluster debut. He also said that he has a theory that Jey Uso and Uncle Howdy are going to be the first feud because of the Fireflies, and I think that is a very viable option as well, AJ. I would say that as a betting man, I would say Jey Uso would be my bet for Uncle Howdy's first feud.
Especially when he went off on Twitter saying he was the yeeter of worlds.
The Yeeter of Worlds and all of that. I think they're definitely building to it being Jey Uso and Uncle Howdy at SummerSlam. If I were to put money on it, I think that would be the case. Are you drinking cheer wine, Bo? Oh.
Check.
Oh, okay. It looked like a cheer wine. I was like, where the fuck did you get cheer wine from in 2024?
Cheer wine in the store.
Do they?
Yeah.
I'm thinking a Tab. That's
Also
what I'm...
still sold.
Is it?
Tab still. You can get Tab at Winn-Dixie or Publix.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that was something only my grandmother drank, to be honest.
Also from
Never
Daddy Meltzer, WWE has talked about holding the first SmackDown episode on USA Network in Seattle and surprisingly plans to load up the show. USA will make the entire week leading up to the show on Friday, September 13th, WWE themed by showing movies starring The Rock and/or John Cena and Peacock's recent Bray Wyatt documentary in primetime. Can we talk about how they're premiering SmackDown on Friday the 13th?
I think that's low-key kind of a baller move, though.
That's cool.
That's when you do it. That's when you do it.
I have family in Seattle, so maybe I'll just fly over there and go to that show.
USA is also kind of stacked. Like going into Q4 of this year, starting in September, and then in October getting Raw and SmackDown and universally holding like the main roster of WWE on your channel 2 nights a week for 3.5 months. Like that's kind of stacked. Like USA, and they made out too. That last 3 months of Raw for $25 million, and it's ridiculous to say something like $25 million is a still, but like
when you see what Netflix just paid for it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like
you have to look at the broader picture.
Yeah, they got a still for those 8 episodes or whatever it ended up being they're going to do on USA with SmackDown. I'm here for it.
You debut Howdy Friday the 13th.
So you want to wait all the way till October to debut him?
Sure,
you think the fans
September.
got September? So still, that's another 5 months away, 4 months away.
That's a long summer of QR codes and
16 weeks.
Me breaking down QR codes every week is sometimes twice or 3 times a week is a lot.
I'm trying to give people content.
Having to watch an hour-long random creepy Twitch stream. That was something the other day.
When did that happen? You were telling me about
Thursday.
it. Thursday, yeah. Sorry, Soto. Go ahead.
No, I said I'm not going to complain. Those QR codes are some of my top hitters lately, so I'm not complaining.
For what it's worth, and we all know what's happening, Eric Rowan has been seen at the WWE Performance Center. Just, oh my God, I'm so surprised.
They're getting him back in ring shape, WWE style.
Oh my
I can't
God.
wait for it. He's one of those people that I don't think should have ever left WWE in the first place. Eric Rowan was a rock star. He looks like a WWE superstar. He works like one. He's not the best on the mic, though, so if they put him with somebody who can talk, that'll be the biggest thing.
I'm excited. I think it'll be good. I'm also on the fence because I really hope they don't butcher what Bray has done. Yeah, I don't know. There's rumors about bringing the Fiend back and all that. Obviously, they're just rumors. Anything can happen. Hopefully, they don't touch the Fiend. I love the Fiend, and I'm okay with not seeing him on screen again as a character.
I think that we don't need the Fiend to come back. You know what I mean? It's not going to have that same lore with us knowing what happened with Bray and then seeing Eric Baker? Is that his name? The guy who made the mask and all of that, seeing that in the documentary and the final Fiend costume. Like if we ever saw that costume, it wouldn't mean what it was supposed to mean. You know what I mean? Like to me, at least as a fan, I don't think there would be any point to give us the Fiend back. Use the Uncle Howdy stuff, start from there, build off of that. There's no need. That's just my opinion on it.
Unless there was a super heel to go up against him, and then use that Fiend character against, Bo Dallas's character, I think that would be perfect. Kind of how, who was it? I think it was JBL who played into Eddie's death all the time, and even was it Randy Orton? I think he started attacking. Yeah, he did start talking bad about Eddie when he was feuding with Kurt Angle and Ray at the same time, talking about how Eddie was in hell and all that stuff. It's pretty crazy.
They leaned real heavy into that. That surprised me. I was an old Will by that point, like out of college and stuff. What's up? Mike just resubscribed on Twitch. I appreciate that, brother. We've got an episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots After Dark tomorrow night.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. What's up, Mike? What's up, everyone? Mike, drop in the chat. What are we covering tomorrow night?
You're running on a Monday night?
Nope. Tuesday. It's going to be on Tuesday. Thank you for that, Bo.
You're welcome, sir.
Random, but Soraya will appear on an episode of Catfish this season.
Yes!
The MTV show or the Bill Dance special?
The MTV show.
Oh, okay.
Is
Bonus
she gonna be
points if
hunting them
anybody.
down? Sorry.
God, that would be cool. Like, what if she's helping hunt the catfish?
I bet it's somebody like pretending to be her.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or pretending to be Ronnie.
Nah.
Ooh, nah. Maybe.
I don't know. He's very open about his stuff, so it's kind of hard to pretend to be him.
Jesse Ventura claimed to WABC 77 Radio's Frank Morano, no free shout-outs, that he is in negotiations for WWE for a Legends deal. Do we think that that's actually real? I feel like if it was, he wouldn't be able to talk about it.
Who?
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura did what? The last part of that was kind of confusing.
He claims that he's getting a Legends deal.
Got it.
That actually would make sense.
Yeah.
Because then they could stop paying him all those ridiculous royalty fees. He is the reason why the WWE identity crisis exists. Because they didn't want to continue to pay him royalties, but because he used his real name, they couldn't like copyright it and everything. So they couldn't own his likeness. That's why they started making everybody change and only recently stopped making people. You see Tama Tonga and Tangaloa and these guys, Jade Cargill, some of these people showing up in the business without having to change their names now because WWE's kind of become a lot looser on that. That all started with Jesse the Body because they didn't want him to do things like the Predator movie or his original video game, which people forget about in Sega because WWE was like, we want to put WWE on it if you're going to do a video game. And he said, no, you're not getting your cut. I paid for it. I financed it. This is my game. And from that moment on, WWE, that's when all the really hard, like you have to go through the company and you have to get like, that's when that all started. So thanks, Jesse the Body. Useless history lesson for you.
Fightful says that there were internal discussions regarding a call-up for Gallus before they returned to NXT this week. They also add that their sources are still expecting the group to move to Raw or SmackDown in the coming month. Does the main roster need another group?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Bo, you watch more NXT than anybody.
Yes,
Is Gallus ready for the call-up?
oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, they're
Fair.
ready for their call-up. I just, like, what are you going to do? Call them up and then feud with Imperium?
Gallus fucks, says Reek. Hard as hell.
Hard as hell. Like, big fucking...
Just big hard fucks.
Big fucking hard.
I like Gallus. They were great in NXT UK. I've never had an issue with them with what I've seen of them here. But I mean, I think that the two belts splitting up, getting the World Tag Team titles and the Universal Tag Team titles, like, or the WWE Tag Team Championships or whatever, I think now is the perfect time to call them up, kind of, because they're bolstering both tag team divisions so much, and you'll just continue to add value to an already growing division. So it might not be a bad time here in the next couple months for a call up. Move some people around, you know?
I like how you think, sir.
So I get paid medium bucks.
Yeah.
You get paid for this?
There have been some talks of booking Jon Moxley versus Naito for the IWGP World Heavyweight title at next month's Forbidden Door. Thoughts?
All right.
Yeah, that's a banger match. Give it to us.
Okay.
The only reason it won't get 26 stars is because it'll be here and not in the Tokyo Dome.
Exactly.
I think that Naito getting the belt back here makes a lot of sense because that means he can go back to New Japan going into the G1 and everything this summer with having the belt. So, and it could get New Japan back on their track because he won the belt at Wrestle Kingdom, then dropped it, and now he can win it back going into the G1. So it would give that good blend and crossover. So do you watch a lot of New Japan?
I do not.
No.
I did want to go to Wrestle Kingdom this past year. I guess this year, right? It's a January. I would love to go next year. But yeah, I want to get more into it. I'm definitely branching out. My style of wrestling is more lucha libre, so I watch like the Crash and AAA things. I live in San Diego, so crossing over to TJ and catching some shows is not very far from me, about 15 minutes, and I'm across the border inside of a lucha libre arena. I was at a lucha libre event yesterday with a bunch of wrestlers. Commander came to one of our events a couple months ago. I have a picture with him. So,
I think that's one of the most fascinating histories in pro wrestling, the CMLL and AAA story, because people think the tribalism now is bad. And then you think about Mexico in the early 90s when AAA was founded, and then like Conan and Ray and those guys leaving. And, it was like, holy crap. Like Mexican pro wrestling at that point literally got shaken to its core because of half of CMLL just left, packed up, and moved to Mexico City. And they were like, oh shit, like half of our roster's just gone now. And it's a really cool story if you guys don't know it. Like the history of CMLL and AAA, like that rivalry is still the reason why like CMLL and AAA stars aren't allowed to work on the same show. So like New Japan's relationship with CMLL and AEW's relationship with AAA was causing grief. That's why in new AEW you moved to CMLL and AAA is now partnered with TNA. And it's like, holy shit, all of this because of Lucha Libre from the early 90s and Antonio Pena. Like, yeah. Another random history lesson because,
Thanks, Will. Appreciate those.
The more you know. Jax, we need that sound.
Yeah. The more
Hector Herrera and Antonio Pena.
On Fightful's
Just random shit. I'm sorry, guys.
On Fightful's The Hump with Sean Ross Sapp and Jimmy Van, it was mentioned that Natty's WWE contract is expiring and she's set to be a free agent in a couple of weeks. I'm sure they're going to re-sign her, right?
Natalia Neidhart is all elite.
No, she would
No.
never.
I feel like she's on her last run. With this next contract signing, she's been in the business for over a decade. I feel like longer than the Bella Twins, if I'm not mistaken.
She's the longest tenured WWE female superstar. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. So I think this would probably be her last run.
Yeah, and then I think she'll probably go behind the scenes with her.
TJ Wilson's a badass. But what were you going to say?
Natty's going to TNA.
You think so? You go smack around Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace a little bit?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
She'll be a trainer. Like, she's a heart. She will always have. I mean, her dad's a Hall of Famer. Her husband's a producer. It's the Hart family. They will always be tied some way, some shape, somehow to the WWE.
So I sent a picture the other day to my buddy RN, and I have to see if I can find it. Shit, it has to, how far? There it is. And it's like first Divas champion, first WWE SmackDown Women's champion, or one-time Divas champion, one-time SmackDown champion, one-time WWE champion, most submission wins, most matches, most premium live event wins, most WrestleMania matches than any woman in history. Only female graduate of the Hart Dungeon, longest tenured female wrestler in WWE history. First Divas Championship match, first SmackDown Women's Championship match, first Women's World Championship match, and then a whole slew of other firsts for her career. And when I sent that to the group chat, my buddy RN said, and every one of those firsts were all losses. And I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like a whole list, just a list of shit that she's been successful and done well. And then it's like, she's always the bridesmaid, seldom the bride. She's got championships. You know what I mean? She's won a SmackDown. She's won the tag team, all of that. But like, holy shit. Like, is she WWE's whipping post? Like, if they need a big name woman to go out there and do the job for somebody, is that Natty Neidhart?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were doing it to Seth for the men.
Just going out there and just letting him eat L's?
Yeah. You wrote a whole article about it.
About how Seth was the Babe Ruth of our generation?
Yeah.
Absolutely was. Jenny is the superior Neidhart sister. I 1000% agree, Reek. What's up, Soto?
I think, honestly, because of the family name, she can afford to take those losses, and which she has been, right? You can't do that with any other star that's just starting up their, whatever, their lineage, their family name, whatever you want to call it.
You know what those stats show me, even though they're mostly losses? That she's a fucking team player, and she's there to make the company look good, and she's not there for herself.
I low-key love Natty, and I know I get a lot of shit for that a lot of times, but she's the quintessential, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a workhorse, like, teammate, because she'll go in and she'll do nothing but eat L's if she has to. Like, she's always there, and a lot of people shit on her work, but that's because she works a very old school style. She works like it's 1992, and she's still in fucking Calgary in the dungeon. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just not some people's cup of tea when they watch wrestling.
I just want to see Natty go to TNA so her and Jordan Grayson can have a fucking power lift off.
Dude, that would be a banger to watch, to be honest. And we might actually get the Jenny and Natalia tag team match that the IWC needs so bad.
Maybe. I'm gonna butcher this, so yeah.
Let me pull it up and I'll pronounce it for you. And I'm not saying that to be rude. Where are we at?
The top. I erase it.
Yasuaki Okamoto.
The new president of Cyberfight wants to strengthen the company's relationship with WWE. Cyberfight is a parent company of Pro Wrestling Noah and DDT.
More Japanese wrestling. If WWE makes relationships with Noah and DDT in lieu of New Japan and All Japan, did they make the wrong decision?
Yes.
Thank you to Will for accurately describing why I can't get into watching Natty. Breek, that's why I'm here, brother. That's yin and yang, bro. Compliment each other.
DDT. Have you ever watched DDT?
They're the ones where Yoshihiko made the debut, the blow-up doll.
Dude, they wrestle blow-up dolls, and they wrestle fucking like in fucking banana hammocks. And they have thumb and ass matches. Why the fuck would someone like WWE ever want to? Why would you partner with them?
I mean, maybe Noah.
Yeah, I'd partner with Noah. Muda's involved with them at least.
He's their VP of Talent Relations and their booker now, and they're like vice president of everything. Like Muda runs Noah.
Let GCW have DDT wrestling. Let them have the fucking thumb in the ass matches. All right.
What were we watching? What were we watching on the subathon, Bo? And this is going to, God, I can't believe I'm going to say this live on air. We were watching something, and there was the thumb in the ass spot.
It was the PWG where It was Malachi, fucking
Matt Seidel was in it, and Malachi Black,
Seidel, Tommaso Ciampa,
Johnny Gargano.
Who is the fucking
If they're on AEW and WWE's roster
Japanese mask guy?
Tiger Mask.
No,
Tiger Mask is way too old.
Orange.
Psychosis.
No, no, Japanese, not fucking luchador.
Oh, Sammy Callahan, Liger. There, Jushin Thunder Liger. There you go.
Thunder Liger, Sammy Callahan. Yeah, AJ knows. Who's thumb in the butts.
Thumb in the butt spot, man. Welcome to Botched Spots and Cheer Shots. Soto, thumb in the butt spot.
What does that mean?
They literally went around and stuck their thumb in the butt.
Al, you read the next headline. I'm finding the thumb in the butt spot.
Oh, Lord. According to PW Insider, Eddie Kingston's injury is a tubular fracture to his leg. Eddie is currently waiting for confirmation on how the injury will be addressed medically. He hopes to return to AEW in time for All in London, but that depends on whether he needs to undergo surgery or not.
I didn't catch the name. Who was it?
Eddie Kingston.
I wish him a speedy recovery. I like Eddie Kingston.
Okay. I also hope Eddie Kingston a speedy recovery. I'm an Eddie Kingston guy. I like his work. Which is ironic because I'm not a big Moxley guy, and it's like Eddie Kingston is Moxley leveled up with a spirit stone. Like it's the exact same thing. Eddie Kingston is just more angry about it. Like it's the same gimmick. What the fuck did I just see? PWG Thumb to the Butt Train is literally the name of this YouTube
Butt
video.
Train.
The Butt Train.
It got like a fucking 7-star review.
Yeah, it did. This is less than a 2-minute video.
Okay.
I knew you.
Tommaso Ciampa is a cat.
You try to stick your thumb on my ass, I swear to God.
Chuck blocks. Ooh, back.
Chuck Taylor.
Hey, he's a
Chuck
flip
Taylor,
guy.
yeah.
Oh. Drop toe hold. Nice combination. Oh, no. Chuck's locked up. Liger, the voice of reason. Hey, don't do that.
That's Houston Thunder Liger.
He's sacrificed. Tommaso Ciampa have the
That's people's idol.
Nothing but Hall of Famers. Nothing but Hall of Famers. Like people who are going to be in eventually, people who are already in. Like
No! The legendary
Jeff Cobb's in there.
Jeff Cobb. Here comes Malachi Black.
Let's count them. Here's Sammy Callahan.
Sammy Callahan.
And the fastball. And look at Liger. Bro.
I don't know who that
Matt
is.
Riddle.
It looks like Riddle.
Yeah, that's Riddle. That's Kenny King.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb's ass. I will.
That's
I
Skippy.
think that
Yeah.
hurts. Yeah.
Here
Ryan
comes Chuck
Kendrick.
Taylor.
Chuck Taylor.
And Pete Dunne.
He is not pleased about this one bit. And Jushin Liger.
Pete Dunne's like, fuck you guys.
This is one of the best spots in wrestling.
This is legendary shit, guys. This revolutionized pro wrestling.
Soto is never coming on the show. Like, I'm out.
I can't believe Triple H participated in that.
If you go to an
R-Truth.
indie show and you see Jushin Thunder Liger, okay, out of all fucking things at a PWG indie show, your memory is watching Tommaso Ciampa stick his thumb in his booty hole.
No, Triple H. It was Triple H.
Yeah,
I stand on business that I was Triple H. That's what God. It's not just the fact that it happened. It's the fact that Jushin Thunder Liger started the spot by being like, no, don't do it to my tag team partner. Do it to me instead. And then he turns it into a conga. And then he turns it into a conga line by the end of it with 10 motherfuckers with their hands in each other's butts. And you're like, God, I love pro wrestling. Get well,
clip.
Yeah, get well soon, Eddie Kingston.
yes.
Drew McIntyre is expected to challenge Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at next month's Clash at the Castle event in Glasgow, Scotland. And it makes the most sense for McIntyre to win the match, like he should have last year.
Agreed.
Agree.
But I digress.
Bo, why does it look like you're like, no, man, fuck, let Damian have the belt?
Because I want to see McIntyre and Punk.
See, I want Drew to win it at Clash at the Castle, so I get Drew and Punk at SummerSlam for that World Heavyweight title belt. Because I'm going to
If
be
they're
in
going
Cleveland.
at it at Clash of the Castle, I'm down for it. Give it to Drew at Clash. Anywhere outside of Clash of the Castle, I don't care.
Give it to Drew at Clash so I can see Punk Drew at Cleveland for SummerSlam.
What
Yeah,
if we
there you
see?
go.
What if we see Seth come back at SummerSlam, somehow interfere in that match?
And challenge whoever wins that match between Punk and
I would love that.
yeah.
Maybe not challenge, but what if he just interrupts the match, costing a DQ in some type of way?
So it goes to no contest,
Mhm.
and then it goes to like a triple threat at Fastlane or whatever the fuck is after SummerSlam. I mean, I'm not against a no contest finish if it makes sense or builds to something else. You know what I mean? If it's a no contest finish and that's how the story ends, that's lame. But a no contest finish here would also work well. I just wrote for Last Word, no free shout outs. I released an article, What's Next for WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, right? And it was like the dog. I use the analogy a lot in reference to him of what happens when the dog catches the car. So I said that as much as people hate the idea of it, okay, Logan Paul is a good, viable story to keep Cody Rhodes busy through the summer till Rock and Roman get back, because Clash at the Castle, the belt, all the drama with the U.S. title, go to a no contest there, or let Cody get the win, continue the build in the feud to SummerSlam in Cleveland. You see what I mean? You could get 2 matches out of this, 3 matches out of this story between here and the end of the summer. And people hate the idea of that being Logan Paul, but why not? I also said let Randy win the King of the Ring, King Randy. Their heritage with their tag team, they've had a feud against each other. Let Randy win that, and then you have the tie-in of his feud with Tama and them. You have Cody's long-term feud with the Bloodline. All of that ties together around the Universal Championship. So when Roman does come back towards the end of the summer, like, it all makes sense. Give me the pencil.
Not too bad of a take, but I think
Soda's about to eat me alive. Here it comes. I love
Here
this.
we go.
I think Gunther would be a better king. I think I could take him more serious as a king to bring more prestige to it. Like he did the Intercontinental title. He did great. And there's more prestige to that IC title. I feel like for King of the Ring, he has been such a gimmicky, funny character for a while. I mean, I never took Baron Corbin serious as a king. Obviously, nobody took Xavier Woods serious, you know. I feel like the last serious king that I can think of was probably King Booker. I mean,
Yeah,
his was funny too, not to lie. You know,
But his was funny done right.
right.
Just for the record, I do have Gunther picked to win. I was just using for the use of the article, like how can you make Cody's title reign interesting? Because right now it's just a bunch of house show matches. He defended the belt 13 times since he's won it, but only 2 of them have been on TV. You know what I mean? Or 2 and then 1 that was the premium live event match. But he's had 13 defenses in the last month. But he's doing them on house shows and stuff. And like I said, is Cody going to be that the dog who catches the car and then drowns in a sea of banger matches? But there's no meat on the bones because there's no stories being told. It's just a lot of good matches. And I think there has to be more to it than that. That's why I said Randy. I personally, in my heart of hearts, probably know that Gunther's going to win because that's going to be the quickest gimmick change to get him ready for Bash at Berlin, because they can't roll in to Berlin with that Yahtzee adjacent shit because Germany doesn't play well with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, very good.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting main event. I'm assuming it's Gunther versus Jay for the main event.
I hope so. It deserves to be the main event.
It deserves to be. It's. I'm looking forward to that. I feel like we're gonna know who's gonna be the King of the Ring after tomorrow. Whoever wins that, because those are the 2 favorites, right? It's gonna be either Jay or Gunther. Everybody's been picking those 2.
Agreed.
Banger.
It'll be a fantastic match no matter what. But I agree. Whoever wins tomorrow night is the heavy favorite for King of the Ring, then, without question.
Yeah.
In an interview with The Wrap, Emmy Award winner Paul Walter Hauser said, "I'm literally talking to Mick Foley right now about the potential of playing him in a movie or limited series." In addition, while discussing his goal to wrestle more frequently, Hauser also seemed open to the idea of signing a contract with TNA, AEW, or MLW.
Is Paul Walter Hauser the poor man's Logan Paul?
To be fair, I don't even think I fucking know who he is.
I'm joking. I love Paul Walter Hauser.
Is that the guy that's in Cobra Kai?
I don't think so.
No.
Paul Walter Hauser was the dude at the Golden Globes who did the freestyle rap, and he threw Cardona out there,
Yeah,
and then he wrestled
he's
Cardona. Yeah.
He's in Cobra
Yeah,
Kai.
he's in
Okay,
Cobra Kai. He plays like Scorpion or Spider or something fucking stupid.
One of those random kids from when they were all, like season
Stingray.
1 or 2. Yeah.
No,
Stingray.
I think you're thinking
Stingray. Yeah.
If Jay loses, what's next for him? Uncle Howdy. What's up, Tim?
Yes.
Tim Farmer in the house. Dude, I gave you a shout out at the beginning of the episode for
Okay.
making me an avid TikTok live participant over the last few weeks with your debates, dude. Like, I never went live on TikTok until Tim started to.
I call Tim the TikTok troll that I need in my day to day.
He gets in there, man. Tim's a good guy. I tried to get him on
Oh.
tonight because we had an extra seat, and he chickened out on me. I love you.
No, he's great.
Yeah,
He's great.
I love Tim. He's a good guy. But
Yeah, he's always shouting me out, helping me out in my life. So Tim, I appreciate you, man.
yeah, we love Tim. We got to get him on an episode soon. Paul Walter Hauser, however, I would love to see a Mick Foley biopic or a limited series about his life and stuff. He's one of those dudes that have a cool ass story. Plus, you can cover his career through Japan and stuff. And like, you get to see some really badass stuff when you look at Foley's career from beginning to end. So I would be okay with it. I'm here for it.
Can you imagine A20 doing it?
A24? Yeah, dude. Give me an A24 Mick Foley special, or like a mini series or something where we can get some of that A24 production sauce, like they did the Iron Claw, but with like fucking Onita and Mick Foley and Funk and them in Japan doing Piranha style death matches and shit.
As long as it doesn't have me choking up like the Iron Claw did.
Dude, I cried during the Iron Claw. I'm not gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
And multiple
Iron
times,
Claw
actually.
My girlfriend, who's not an avid wrestling watcher, was crying at the end of the movie, in tears.
This is one of those things. Me and you had just watched it, though. We watched the Kerry rise, him winning the title, losing the title, going to Japan, all of it, right? Like, so the build up, and as the movie started to progress closer to when I know all the bad shit was about to start happening, the scene where he's doing it and he plays Rush, Tom Sawyer, and then it cuts to him wrestling and using it as his intro. That was the first time it got me. And I was like, motherfucker, dude, I know what's about to happen. Like, because I knew the bike wreck was coming. Like, I knew all the terrible stuff that was about to happen. And I was like, these motherfuckers got me, dude. Like, bad. It was good. Such a good movie, though. A24, definitely do a biopic for Mick Foley, though.
Regarding this weekend's TBS Championship match between Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano, I can say her name.
Okay, I was just helping.
At Stardom Flashing Champions, President Taro Okada?
Taro Okada, yeah.
Said he wanted to book the match sometime after AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view, but AEW insisted that it happen now.
It's a real Japanese heavy episode tonight. I didn't see this coming. This is more of Tony Khan sticking it to Bushiroad, because he's done it with New Japan, where he's went in and he's gotten all their top talent to jump ship and come over to AEW, and now he's bullying Stardom into making matches happen on his timeline and not theirs, which is kind of messed up in my opinion. Soto, I didn't mean to jump in there first. I usually don't do that. Sure, guys.
No.
I'm sorry.
I think it kind of gives away the double or nothing outcome. Because from what I understand it, they want to have it after Double or Nothing, Allison.
Yeah.
No, they wanted to do it. Yeah, after.
After, yeah. So that kind of predicts that it was going. It's got to be now if you want Willow as champion because we're about to give it to fucking BMW. Big waste of money. Big money waster over there.
You're not a Mercedes Monet fan?
No, I'm going to pay her a whole bunch of money and just let her wrestle it fucking 6 months after I sign her.
Let me ask you guys a question.
WWE did that same thing with Jade.
I think Jade was a little bit different because Jade had to get TV ready, like WWE TV ready.
Maybe Mercedes isn't actually fully healed yet.
She just took a table bump 2 months ago.
But I mean, at first, maybe there was a delay in her healing.
Also true.
Just saying.
Fair. Can't lie. Ospreay going for the international title is honestly strange. Do you think he should just go straight to the plug and play Tim into the main picture for the heavyweight title, for the world title? What do you guys think? Should he just be should Ospreay go straight to the world title? SOTO.
Would he win right away is the question.
See, I don't think he needs to take it off Swerve yet. That's why I said all in, because that means he would have it all the way till September. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let him have some good feuds until then and then drop it to Ospreay. What does this mean, Bo? What is that? The international and the world title?
You have too many belts as it is. Let Will or use it as plan C.
I don't know, like option C, like the X Division title?
Option C.
Nice. I like it.
Or unify them, like straight up have Will Ospreay and Swerve go one-on-one for the AEW International World Championship.
But isn't that international championship new?
Yeah, but I just think it's useless. It's not really doing anything. I don't care about it.
I have one more bigger thing and then two little small things. Insider mentioned that Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena suffered an injury while in a match against Viva Van on the ROH portion of this week's Collision taping. After the match was over, Athena did not put any weight on her left leg and hopped out while being assisted by the referee and other staffer. It's not clear yet what the expected injury is or if Athena will miss any ring time.
I don't remember the last time I saw her on AEW TV, and I don't watch Ring of Honor weekly. I like Athena. It sucks if she's hurt. But I genuinely, and I'm saying that sincerely, I don't remember the last time I saw her wrestle a match. Do either of you guys?
I'm also with you. I don't watch it.
I remember.
Yeah, unless I saw her wrestle at a Ring of Honor taping or something with forgetting about it last year.
She wrestled at Final Battle.
Okay, well then, yeah, that was the last time I watched her wrestle. Then was Final Battle. Because I honestly, and I only watch Ring of Honor pay-per-views, to be honest. And I'm not trying to be rude about it. Like, that's it.
I saw her come out with Billy Starks in Jacksonville, so
get well soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final pair for the first WWE Speed Champion has been set. It will be Ricochet versus Tyler Bate. No idea what the date is for that match, but
it's already happened.
No.
Ricochet currently has the Speed Championship.
No, they did.
There's a new season.
Oh. So he has to give it up every season?
No, he has to defend it after the tournament every season.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's
The
cool.
tournament then becomes a tournament for the number one contendership.
And then they wrestle Ricochet for the title. Okay,
wrestles
that's
tomorrow.
dope. Okay.
The only thing is that we already know the result because of leaks and people just take pictures and post videos. So we know it before it posts to X anyways.
Yeah, I spoiled it for somebody when he won it. That's why I was real confused by the way this headline was worded.
I didn't know that he had won, so like, I put it up.
Yeah, no, he won. But what they're saying is every season they'll do a tournament, and then that person who wins it gets a shot at Ricochet. So
Yeah.
this will be like his first defense of it is going to be Tyler Bate. So that's what I was saying. I didn't realize they had already done a whole nother season or whatever, because it felt like he won that title really quick. Like the tournament for it seemed like it went by.
We'll know
quickly.
Monday night who won, Ricochet or Tyler Bates, because that's when they'll do it, because it airs Wednesday and they don't film on Tuesdays.
I think
Okay.
they should do that with some other titles, even the mid card titles, just to find a number one contender that way, or even the world titles. I mean, Logan Paul just got a spot out of nowhere. He just became the number one contender for.
Yeah, facts. And Cody gets a U.S. title shot because why? Give us Ricochet and Tyler Bate match. That's only 3 minutes long. That's WWE for you. It was like Piper sending the tweet out like, women, it's our time to shine. 3-minute matches. Like,
Let's go.
yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Wait, Will, Cody's not getting a U.S. title shot.
Did they take it away?
It's
Yeah.
just for the WWE.
Oh,
had
yeah,
his
because he ripped the
warrior
title
back on.
up and was like, blah, blah, blah. This wasn't. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, yeah.
I knew from the beginning it wasn't going to be title for title.
I think
They just-
that, yeah, I think that was a flub when they said it the way they said it, and then they rolled into it, and then they had to figure out some way to get rid of it. Honestly, can we
Well, yeah,
talk about
'cause-
the Undertaker wanting a? Oh, okay, sorry. Go ahead, Soto. Then we'll go to AJ's comment.
No, I agree with you because it was just advertised as champion versus champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was confusing at the least. Can we talk about Undertaker wanting to do a WWE style roast like the Tom Brady roast on Netflix? I would 1000% love to get behind the idea of Undertaker doing a roast.
Also, if you didn't watch the Tom Brady one, do yourself a favor and watch it because that shit's fucking hilarious.
From beginning to end.
Isn't it like
Great.
3 hours long?
Yes.
It was nuts. I did not expect it to be 3 hours long.
But it was hilarious the whole time.
Yes, it was.
Under the
my-
influence or non?
I always am, so I don't know how to answer that.
it was hilarious.
Oh, okay. Well, Al says it's funny. She would know.
So my last thing is Montez Ford updated his Instagram to say father of 3, which sent the IWC on a fucking tear about how Bianca must be pregnant. Bianca must be pregnant. First of all, she wrestled Friday. Bitch ain't pregnant. At least she's not pregnant. I mean, who knows? You know, there are lots of ways to have a baby this day and age. But alas, I doubt very highly that she's pregnant. However, to double down, Dawkins started trolling people on the internet, to which Montez kept just adding children onto his profile. It's now father of 12. He's been adding a kid.
I love the idea of just fucking with the fans. I think that's awesome. That's some Vince McMahon, like 1999 shit right there, Tim.
I have a stupid one.
What's
See,
up?
Tim's a perfect troll.
He is. He's a good troll to have. I like Tim and Ty would be fun to have in the same chat. What's up, Bo? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Fucking Ruby Soho got married.
She did. What's the dude's name? Slow hand.
Cool Dan
Cool
or
Hand-
something.
Cool hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
When I saw the wedding photos, I'm a big fan of tweed suits, and he wore like the tweed pants with the fucking white button down with the clips and the suspenders and the fucking tie clip and everything. And I was like, Angelo Parker. Thank you, AJ. That's why you're here, bud. He was fucking sharp dressed, dude, like to the nines. He looked like $1 million. And then Ruby Soho looks cute as shit with that little baby bump. I'll give it to her. Like, well done, guys.
And I
Congratulations.
love the fact that their wedding wasn't like over dramatic.
It looked like a normal last person's wedding, which I loved. It didn't look like this big, like, $1 million affair or anything.
I mean, I can't. That doesn't really. She doesn't really seem like the type of person that would want that.
She had a real basic dress that was like a little like strappy thing that was straight, not a lot of frill to it. Like it was a super nice, well put together event from the pictures that I saw. Like
when you get married, when you're showing pregnant, like you're not gonna do like a whole situation. But I don't think she'd do that anyways.
Nah, she seems like the one that's like, fuck it, let's go to the courthouse.
Yeah, for sure.
all right,
we go
guys.
back real quick?
Oh.
I had a
No, absolutely, bud. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah, the topic before we're talking about the Undertaker having a roast.
Oh, yeah,
I just
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
go
I'm sorry.
around, with just to see who would you guys like to see get roasted. I'll start real
Oh.
quick. I think bisexual Undertaker would be a good one.
Yeah.
Damian Priest.
You can call him by his government name. It's okay. He's bisexual Undertaker around here.
I would like to see.
Daddy Magic versus Angelo Parker for the custody of Ruby Soho's kid is going to slap at Revolution next year.
Listen, they won't do this because of the shit that would be said, but like, what if they like roasted Vince?
Oh God, Tim broke Bo. Look, Tim broke Bo.
As long as it's a fucking ladder match.
And they've got to have it on a clipboard like they did Dominic in a briefcase or whatever. Yeah,
Great.
that's it. That's it. Book that shit.
I'm the baby.
But
Dead mouse.
I think Paul Heyman is an easy pick because he's got such a long-standing history of being a scumbag. Like it would give people a chance to really like lay into him for some bullshit. Bianca does end up pregnant because of the Asuka curse. Everyone that works with her gets pregnant a month after they wrestle. It happened to Becky. It happened to Carmella. Who else did it happen to?
I don't know, but Bianca literally wrestled Friday. She is not pregnant.
No. He's saying that it will happen though down the road. Yeah, Triple H needs to get that roast. Triple H would be a great pick as well. Alexa would be a good one.
No, Alexa got pregnant after.
Oh, Alexa got pregnant. But who do you think should get roasted? Who should be on the panel?
Roman.
Be on the panel?
No, to be roasted.
To be
To
roasted.
be roasted?
Definitely Roman.
Ooh. I'd want to see R-Truth.
Oh, perfect
Ooh,
pick.
that would be
a
good.
lot of fun.
Because I
That
could
would
see
be
his
good.
firing back. Like, because you know how they get that time at the end to fire back? I could see that being the most epic comebacks in the world.
Mhm.
Then I think Drew would be a good one.
Charlotte, Seth, Randy, CM Punk would be a great one. A lot of the guys that can talk. You just gave me my TikTok clip for this week, Soto. I appreciate that because that'll be a fantastic thing to clip and put up. People will be like, "Oh, let's do blah 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 blah."
No
Look
worries.
at you. That's why you're the man. That's why you
I'm
got
just
like 1 million
happy.
followers, bro.
I'm just happy to be here, man. This has been fun.
Well, the easy part is it's the easiest 90 minutes of your life, my dude, because we're already done. It was a fun, easy episode. This is the opportunity. The three of us are going to shut the hell up and get out of the way. Plug your stuff. Tell everybody where to find you and what you got going on.
Man, thank you for having me first and foremost. I appreciate every single one of you. It's been nice talking with all of you guys. My name is Luis SOTO619. I go by SOTO619 on my platforms. You can mostly find me living on TikTok, branching out to Instagram at LSOTO619. And yeah, I stream Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, all PLEs. Also post my recap videos afterwards. We also have a lot of conversations with Will, Tim, Hill, Mike on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, catch me living on TikTok.
Dude, TikTok lives are the best, dude. I'm having a blast doing them a couple nights a week, just getting on for like that easy hour and just debating and talking wrestling. It helps get views up. It helps get followers up. Like we help put each other's content over. Like it's nice to find a group of people that use TikTok the right way. You know what I mean? Like for all of us, like there's a core group of us, like me and you and Tim and Sec, and there's a few other that hop in and out of there that like really just help put each other's shit over nightly. And it's just a good topic of conversation. We always got a good panel. Give everybody a follow. Bo, what you got going on this week?
Yeah, what's up? I got NXT on tap Tuesday night on Off the Top Media. Here every Sunday. I have a new episode of Boyfriend Time Reacts dropping Tuesday at noon.
Nice.
Over on YouTube. That's fun. Follow me on Twitter at Jaxbo2020. Hit the link tree. Get the merch. You can find all my shows. Will does the heart thingy. I love how that. I get jealous if your computer does that and mine doesn't.
It's a Mac thing.
It's a Mac thing. I don't know if it'll happen on an iPhone.
It does.
It does happen on. So if you have any Apple product, it'll work.
If you have a new enough Apple product.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't got that shit.
My Apple product.
It's a 15 Pro Max.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness,
my
man.
Apple product is to.
Her iMac is from like 2017. And
Actually, it's from 2012.
Holy shit, it's even older than I thought. Her iMac's almost old enough to drive.
Off topic, I have the plug at Apple if anybody needs something.
Look at that. SOTO's man to have. We find ourselves a lot of times chained to the fruit stand with the watches and the computers and the phones and a lot of those. I've got an iPad mini that I still use as like a typing tool. Yeah, for sure. Al, it's your turn. You feel my struggle then. No TikTok live studio. OBS runs like shit most of the time. Like it's tough. It's a tough life we live on the Macs.
That's why you just gotta run. You gotta run parallels.
First and foremost, just as a reminder, remember, don't move to Tennessee. We're full. If you have recently moved here, please leave. Also, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at justagirl918. I'm going to shoot a heel support group this week and have that posted. Maybe on the Patreon, maybe not on the Patreon. We'll see how I feel about it. Also, next week, I am attempting to not next week, I guess it's this week. Sunday's the start of the week, right? I would like to do a special episode of Boss Bitch Trivia featuring independent or former pro wrestlers playing trivia against each other. So if somebody wants to clip this, if you are an independent or former pro wrestler and would like to participate in Boss Bitch Trivia, please slide into the Will Gray's DMs and get that set up. I think those are all the things.
That's your stuff?
Yes.
I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Close this out strong. Remember to follow us anywhere you do anything on the internet. Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, literally all the options. There's a couple links in the description no matter where you're watching. First one is your Discord link. If you click that link, it is a direct link to Off the Top Media and Rivet City Radio on Discord. All the hosts, all the producers, all the content creators behind Rivet City Radio and Off the Top are there. Below it is our merch link for my Spreadshirt. If you go there, Botched Spots and Cheer Shots and Off the Top Media's fucking merch. You got everything, duffel bags and fucking fanny packs and boxers with no space. Like all of the shits are there. We got everything, guys. There are two things that are muy importante. The first being, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a Prime Gaming subscription. With that Prime Gaming subscription, you can give it for free to any of your Twitch affiliated friends. Give it to us, give it to Wolfpack, give it to She Elite, give it to Soto, give it to anybody who streams on Twitch and can get it just as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it because he has too much money. The lifeblood of our network is patreon.com/Rivet City Radio. You get exclusive shows, ad-free playback, Up in Smoke, Cinema Club, watch-alongs, the delicious as fuck cookbook, all the articles, all the news, everything you need. That's it. Guys, anything for the class before I talk real fast?
No, man. Just thanks again for having me. I'd love to come back and do this again.
Love you, brother. We'll make it happen. We do an episode like this once a month. And when I start booking next month's shows with the topics, I'll let you know if there's anything tickles your fancy. We'll get you back on.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, guys. But
Good.
now, as we close another episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots, I want to take a minute. Thank you for listening. Remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet and like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me how cool I am or that Soto was a fantastic guest on his first episode. He'll definitely be back. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous, though, and be one of the VIP people, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a win-win for everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jaxpo, for our boy SOTO619, and for the boss bitch Al. I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.
Bye.
Thank you.
Don't move to Susie.